Hi guys. Before we get into it with Brent Weinbach, I just want to say first off, hop on the Patreon if you're not on the Patreon. We have the Yeah But Still reunion, Yeah But Still 2.
Yes.
Johnny Wardell, my cousin Johnny, and my ex co-host Mr. Jack Wagner. We did the reunion.
Yeah.
That's a solid 2 hours.
Ex co-host.
And we got a lot of good stuff back there.
Yeah.
We got a lot of good stuff back there.
We're having a ball.
If you're only on Maine, you're only getting half the story. That's what I say.
Whoa.
If you're only on Maine, you're only getting half the story. That's what I say.
We're running a newspaper.
And motherfucking January, not June.
Okay.
Sunday, June 8th.
January part 2.
Irvine. I'm going to be at the Irvine Improv on Sunday, June 8th.
Orange County stand up.
California. OC. I'm in the OC. I'm going to be in motherfucking Orange County in the OC at the Irvine Improv one night only at the Irvine Improv at the Irvine Spectrum Center.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be...
That's a top 10 mall, my boy.
It's going to be a real love on the spectrum kind of night. It's going to be love on the spectrum. Yeah, Irvine Improv at the Irvine Spectrum Center, which it is it will never not be funny to me that's what that mall is called.
If I send you $100, will you drop by the Skechers store for me?
Oh, easy, no problem.
Thank you,
easy, no problem.
Thank you, Doc.
All right, well, here it is. Our second and accidental AAPI month.
It ain't accidental.
Sort of back to back.
It's in the mental.
Back to back Filipinos. But yeah, here it is. Our conversation with Brent Weinbach.
Enjoy.
He just said that straight up. He was like, "Did you fall off?" I was like, "I mean, I guess I haven't really been like."
You kind of answered your own question.
Well, fuck. I guess.
Yeah.
Wait, are we recording? Yeah. We can keep that. That's fine. That's.
Oh, I was kind of fidgeting with myself. Yeah. Well, you could be on them.
No, it's fine. We can leave that.
Yeah, just the title.
Yeah. Well, I had someone tell me I fell off. Ooh, I needed that.
Okay.
And they they want to see me pick back up. Well, where'd I leave it at? And that's why. And I'm back. And now I'm back. I'm back outside. I've motioned again. And we have a very special guest with us. My friend and yours. New special just dropped.
Popular Culture out now.
It's out.
YouTube right now.
It's out.
Click that.
It's
in the description.
Click that. Come back here. Click that in the script and then circle back. One of my favorite comedians alive, and I've said that for years, Mr. Brent Weinbach.
Thank you for thinking that. Thank you for plugging.
Of course.
Thank you for not falling off.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's nice to have you here.
Well, it's nice to be here.
Yeah.
We're recording in a studio.
Yes.
That is in an area that is very close to me.
Yeah.
In my life.
Yeah. It means a lot. Well, yeah, you used to do karate class.
Not just that.
Taekwondo?
I'm pretty sure it was Taekwondo.
It was
Taekwondo.
It was actually Tang Sudo.
Tang Sudo.
I think Taekwondo might have branched off from.
Oh, okay.
So I
went
think
to the source.
Korea.
Yeah.
I mean, Korea. It's a Korean martial arts, Tang Sudo.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there was a place right just here. We're at Sunset and Gardner right now.
Yeah.
It's the cross streets.
Yeah. They know the address. If you type in Bad Ladder on Google Maps, you can find the address that we record at. Def Noodles Comedy. Oh yeah, it is right around it is kind of kitty corner to Def Noodles Comedy Club, which has a crazy lore. But
this is right here at. It was all guitar shops everywhere.
Yeah. Guitar Center.
This is no Guitar Center was here, but it was also Mesa Boogie and all these other. It was. I mean, there was probably 10 guitar shops.
So much guitar.
What?
We're around so much guitar around these places.
Well, this used to be. This is the 80s.
Yeah.
And it was. This was the hub of the rock
hair
scene,
metal.
I mean, of course, the clubs are further down west on Sunset, but there was all these guys, you know, you see them walking around, and then this karate place, right? I mean, it's not really karate because it was Korean, but and we went there, and then a lot of Russian kids would go to this one as well.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And because a lot of the Russian kids grew up in this area, and so you get all these. There was a lot of kids. I mean, I used to go to the adult classes and the kid classes, and on Saturdays were the kid classes, and those kids, they would say stuff. We would do relay races on Saturdays, and, you know, just it was kind of more of a fun day, I guess. And then the kids would yell out stuff like this. They go, "Come on, Vlad, faster, faster. Come on, big pussy, big pussy."
Okay.
I don't know why. It was some Russian thing. It must have been some sort of Russian thing, but they were going, big pussy, bust a move. Come on, Vlad, bust a move. They would say bust a move.
Yeah, slow as shit.
Yeah, and then
one of my first favorite vintage Brent Weinbach bits was Russian alphabet.
Oh yeah, well
So it makes sense.
some of those Russian alphabet letters were inspired
Yeah.
by my experiences doing martial arts with these Russian kids.
Because it was it's A.
A's for ace. Well, actually,
Do you know
this
this?
is called A's for ace. That's from my friend's.
Yeah.
He went to Taekwondo, and he had a guy. See, that's actually from his martial arts, which was there was a guy who, when he ki-eyed, he would go like this. He'd go, ace, ace, ace. He said he had this other guy who would sound like this. A lot of the Russian alphabet bit came from this, right?
From this
from martial arts, or this one in particular down the street.
It sort of descends into like, shut up, asshole, or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
hey, asshole, fuck you, motherfucker, get the fuck out my house, motherfucker. So that's because
bitch.
But yeah, even that is from this too, because what do we have? We had these guys. They were big Russian kids too. I mean, they were big. I mean, we're talking Russian teens.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the 80s too, so.
Yeah. Oh, in the 80s. So
extra big.
Yeah. Think about Rocky IV. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's that kind of thing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I got hit pretty hard. In fact, this one kid, like when I say kid, I mean we're talking teens here.
Yeah.
He spinning back hook kicked me into my temple.
Fuck.
And I started seeing trippy visuals.
Whoa.
Okay, and
Old school concussion.
Yeah. Yes. I didn't know I had a concussion at the time, but
Well, nobody did in the 80s.
Right. I got
went.
hit. It felt like TV was static on the TV. You know, like a channel doesn't have a channel. You know, like that, and then black, and it starts fading. Fade in from black.
And then all you hear is pussy, you big pussy.
And I'm saying big pussy, big pussy.
You're a sober guy.
Fading away.
You're a sober guy. So
I've never done drugs.
The
ever.
only like high you felt is like via getting kicked in the head by a Russian teen.
Yeah.
So like, do you ever like get a hankering to? Do you ever
Well,
get that itch to like? I gotta get kicked in the head by a Russian
Dude,
teen.
I just can't. I've been searching for that kick ever since.
chasing
you
that
know?
Chasing the dragon,
Yeah.
an actual dragon.
I've been
kick?
chasing that heel of someone's foot. I had no, I mean actually the truth of the matter is I started seeing these sort of DNA helixes and stuff.
Okay.
And
Went back to the foundation.
I started getting a really bad headache. And
Yeah.
it got really bad. It was actually the worst I think it's probably the
How
worst
old
pain
are you
I've
at this
ever.
time?
I was probably 13 or something like that,
Yeah.
you know?
And this is one of
Or
those
12 or 13, yeah.
What is it? It's not Taekwondo. What is it again?
Tang Sudo.
Tang Sudo.
Yeah.
And is there like a window? Is there like a window outside?
There was
Like, can they see it on the street? Like, is there a bunch of guys dressed like Nikki Sixx watching you?
Yeah.
get
there was
kicked
a
like
lot.
this?
There was a lot of just people in general there.
No, I mean just like outside, like because that is
No, that you couldn't really see. You had to go in to sort
okay.
of see.
Because like that is something that
You'd be
has
embarrassed.
always been interesting to me is the sort of like ground level karate classes with a window.
Oh, I love to peep
And-
when I do that.
Yeah.
If I'm walking by some
Yeah.
kind of martial arts studio, I just stand there and watch. You know,
Oh,
Let's see who's
especially
got
if
it.
they've got Russian teens. You know?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
just window shop. I'm just window shopping right now.
Let's see what they on
just
right
like,
now.
just sort of like,
Who got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's Russian?
just shopping for Russian karate teens.
I thought about getting back into it. You know,
Yeah.
recently, but then I realized I can't believe. I mean, I didn't
It's
think
kind of a
about
crazy
this.
look.
Well, it's not the look; it's
Yeah.
the feet.
Oh.
Having your bare feet on this nasty
yeah.
floor where everyone else's feet are,
Yeah, it's kinda-
and sweat. And back then, when I was younger, I used to step in these puddles of sweat. I mean,
Yeah.
and we're talking not just Russian teens; we're talking grown
Right.
Yeah.
professionals.
And
Okay.
Various
this actually
ethnicities and
this kind of
backgrounds.
circles back to now, because when we walked in, I know Brent is something of a germaphobe,
Absolutely,
right? But
That's my
this is
consciousness
actually
of the feet.
It's
you
blowing my mind
putting
that
the
you did
karate to work, because instead of shaking hands, he'll do that.
I've been doing the bow lately. Yeah,
Right. Hey, yo,
He bows. So I knew to bow upon arrival.
And I didn't flinch. I'm like, okay, that's
Yeah.
Brandon's comedy sensei. Brent's an OG.
Yeah.
He's showing respect to his elders.
I mean,
to God.
I was like, before I ever moved here, I had owned a couple Brent Weinbach albums,
Okay.
which Brent knows. Brent knows this. Night Shift, and I think I forget the
mostly live, probably.
Mostly Live.
I mean, if
Yeah.
you had Tales from the Brown Side, then you were going deep.
Oh, then that's like
Tales from the
real?
Brown Side was deep.
That's
Yeah.
for the heads.
yeah,
Only
no, I mean,
available.
he's-
It's out of print, in fact. So
wow.
I mean, it's not. You can get it digitally now, but
I mean, I think you had like a Live at Gotham, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that your first? Was that your first TV?
No, it was.
What was your first TV?
My first TV spot was Asia Street Comedy.
Oh, wow.
I don't even
It
know
was on.
this one.
It was on AZN television.
Oh, AZN.
Word.
But which first originally was the international channel.
Yeah.
And then it became AZN, and there was this Asian sketch comedy show on there called Asia Street Comedy, but they had comedians on also to do stand-up sets.
Yeah.
So I was one of the first season was hosted by Dan Gabriel, and the second season was hosted by Steve Byrne.
Okay. Yes.
And then,
Yes.
and so yeah, they, we did. So they had comedian. That was my first TV spot.
Well, because he's Brent, an OG, a veteran of the game. I remember when I was in high school, you have like because Brent is a guy who is maybe categorically seen as like alt, right?
I mean,
that's how
people say that, but I came up in clubs. And
Exactly.
Stuff,
Lopez Tonight, one of your best sets on TV ever. It's all rowdy Mexicans.
yeah. Well, I mean,
like,
I would say it was. I don't know
Killer.
what it
Brent
was.
transcends.
Yeah.
It was definitely like probably more of an urban crowd, but I know. I mean, urban crowds are. It's like I know exactly what to do for an urban crowd.
Right. I mean,
I knew how to read that audience
Yes.
because.
where
well,
do they film
if
that
it was
again?
a different crowd, it would be more. You don't know where they're coming from. They're tourists and stuff. You
Yeah.
don't really
Oh,
know what
right.
their
Yeah,
their frame of reference is.
Where is
really.
it?
Neon t-shirts
Where
in
did
the
they
crowd.
film
Lopez?
that again? Yeah.
That was
Is that
over.
like outside kind of?
Yeah, that was over in Bakersfield. No, I'm just
No.
kidding. It was over in. That was over in.
the Metro PCS in Bakersfield.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was. No, that was at Warner Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Where
But
did they
it's-
film
yeah.
AZN? Where did they film that
AZN
one?
AZN Television, the Asia Street Comedy. That was. I don't even know where that was shot. It was not at a big studio. It was
was in
somewhere.
a closet
It was probably
somewhere.
off of a Highland or something like that.
Yeah.
But that was in 2005, I think. Yeah, AZN
Okay.
Television 2005.
Yeah,
and then
you've
I
been
did
doing it
Craig
forever.
Ferguson in 2006.
Yeah, Jones
Oh, wow.
It didn't air.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Why?
got somebody overseeing things thought,
Too weird.
but I did well though. I got
Yeah.
applause breaks.
Too weird on Craig Ferguson. He was
That's
tripping
crazy.
the whole time.
Yeah,
Also,
this is
that was the late
robot
late
sidekick.
show
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
And I had applause breaks. It was good. It was a good set.
yeah.
But it was either Peter Lassalle or Dorian Hanaway. One of those two that someone oversaw and thought, even though I did well on the show, they thought it was. They thought that the rest of the United States wouldn't get it or something like that, and they didn't air it.
Well,
and I've been
we
trying to
have
get a
their-
copy of it ever since.
We have their
He was too
names.
good. He was too good for the whites, man.
In
Damn.
post, we can add their put their address,
We
put
could-
their personal info. We'll dox
John,
them
you
in the
cool
lower
with-
third.
you're cool with
John,
doxing
if
people,
you,
right?
If you're cool with
Don's good. He's
please
cool with that.
put their phone numbers and addresses.
I'm happy to put those names out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're running them down. Come on, man.
I mean,
Well-
that was a big blow at the time for that
Yeah.
not to air,
Of course.
because that was
Yeah.
one of the biggest things for me at the time
Yeah.
was to do a late night spot. You
Right.
know?
That's it, bro.
And for it not to air, it just kind of sucked because everybody was family and friends. We're all excited about it and stuff.
Yeah, and they didn't they film those they filmed all the stand up on that show separately?
They they shot 2 of us that day.
Yeah.
It was me and Dan Natterman. His aired.
Did it feel like a show? I know late night. It's something different than like.
It felt like
being
a
in
show.
real room.
Yeah, it felt like a show. Yeah.
I mean, you've seen his Conan. He has a great Conan.
See, Conan, I think that audience was harder to read than say Lopez.
Oh yeah.
But I think
there were people that would straight up bomb on Conan.
Conan, I mean, you get random people, random tourists and stuff.
Yeah, that's why I ask. It's like that's not really like a show.
Right.
I feel like Lopez. I feel had more maybe locals and stuff. It felt more. I don't know. Felt more like a home crowd.
Well, that's the people that I just brought up Lopez because I was always like. I feel like some people might not understand that Brent Weinbach is for the streets. For the people more than you might think.
I would low-key say, my man, he kind of transcends race a little bit. He could go anywhere.
I strive. I've always strived to not be a niche comedian, Like, even though people think that about me, I've always felt like I wanted to try to reach as many people as I can or as many demographics or whatever as I can, age groups, whatever, subcultures, different fetishes, if people are into sort of, whatever, like ball play or whatever, I'm not talking about testicle play, but like ball play, putting,
Have you ever seen those?
Wait, against testicles?
Yeah.
Or,
But they put their balls into the hole. They put their balls into the hole.
They put their balls in their hole.
Oh, yeah. And then they let Andre Ward work out on their balls?
Yeah.
It's like this table.
That's how
It's like this table. And then there's like a little hole right here.
That's how
And then there's maybe a really strong woman.
Yeah.
There's a strong woman and then she's under the table.
She lays down. She lays down. Yeah. No, that's how we trained actually over here at martial arts. That's the sensei there was the woman, and she would just it was a growing. That's how we came of age.
Yeah,
man.
A buff Russian woman just
it was amazing, man. We did. By the way, we did tournaments right here at the Gardner School here. They had the Michael Jackson Auditorium.
Oh,
what?
Shit.
You guys know about the Michael Jackson Auditorium?
No, I don't know.
You've put me on to a lot of MJ stuff. Wait, tell me about the Michael Jackson Auditorium, and then I can go back.
This elementary school that's here has a kind of a decent sized auditorium here. It's right here on this street, right just up the street. You've seen the school here, right?
Yeah. Drive by it all the time.
And it's called Michael Jackson Auditorium. I think he donated money to them or something.
Whoa.
And then at one point in the 90s when there were some allegations against him and stuff, they put some boards over the words Michael Jackson, and so it just said auditorium. And but then when he died, they took it off, and now it says that again. I think it still says that. I don't know. Does it still say it? I don't know.
I hope so.
I don't know what about him dying changes the terms.
Because then it's like his legacy is sort of. I think the hits supersede the allegations that have not been confirmed.
Yeah.
Like he's not in the eyes of the law.
I'm with y'all.
And it's not some of look, we don't have to get into it, but
I mean, it's all appropriate because my special. I've got 10 minutes of Michael Jackson on the special.
Yeah.
We've got 10 minutes of Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So it's all appropriate. You know what I mean? But I think what it was is maybe when he died, I think they were kind of trying to say, "Hey, no hard feelings."
Yes. Right. Yeah.
In case Tito or somebody want to ride by. This all love, Jermaine.
Tito's gone now too.
Damn, yeah, that's true. I had to switch it to Jermaine.
Jermaine is alive. There was a night where I was talking about Moonwalker,
I can name all 10 Jackson kids.
Do it.
Go ahead.
Rip it.
Well, you guys don't know. Off the board. You guys don't know the secret. You don't know the secret one.
Well, I know the one secret one.
You do?
Reby?
No, there's an even more secret one than Reby. Yeah. Okay, so you got Jackie.
Right.
You got,
Jackie Jackson?
Yeah. Jackie Jackson. He was the eldest brother. Yeah. But Reby was the eldest, actually overall. But she was.
Oh shit, she was the oldest.
Yeah, Latoya, Janet, of course, Michael, Randy, Marlon, and Jermaine. And then did you know that Marlon had a twin brother who died at birth?
What?
I think Brandon was his name.
No. Was it Brandon?
I think so.
Damn.
I think so.
You live on. You live on in his spirit.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Wow.
It's you, bro.
It's
Yeah.
you.
Wow.
You the one.
You're the missing Jackson. Wait, what were you gonna say?
Oh,
One
you
night?
put me onto Moonwalker.
Oh, the video.
So
Oh.
no, not the video game, not the video game,
Oh,
not
the
the video
movie.
game. No,
It's
no, no,
the
no,
game,
no. To
the
the movie.
game is based on the movie.
Yeah, right.
Which
Okay.
I didn't know. Like I had only known Michael Jackson, Moonwalker, the game.
Yeah.
Right, where
Okay.
it's like you're like saving these kids,
You say
right? And I
Through
did
dance,
not
the
understand,
magic of
and
dance.
it's like it's like 4-player, and you're all different Michael Jacksons.
Yeah,
and like
it's 3
sometimes
players.
like you all hit the dance button at the same time, and then the bad guys also dance. The villains of the game also dance.
That's great.
Yes.
That's the arcade version. There's a
Yeah.
Genesis version also that's a different
Yeah.
style.
And
Okay, a little
I did
different
have the
pace.
Sega Genesis, but I did not play the home version. But I have played the arcade version a lot, right?
Yeah.
And I was talking about the arcade version, and you mentioned the movie, which I didn't realize it was a movie first.
Yeah.
And so I watched the movie. I believe that night. I think I went home. I emailed you. I remember emailing you about it.
It's
It's also
awesome.
like it's important to know that Brent doesn't have a cell phone.
I have
That's
Google
just-
Voice though, so we can
Is
text
it-
on
yeah.
that. Yeah.
So
My
now he has a
respect level
Google
for
Voice
this is
number
so high. I was
that
doing
you
the same
can.
shit.
Yeah.
The what?
The first 5 years I was doing stand up, I was on the same wave though.
Yeah.
Oh, you really? You know cell phone?
I had an iPod Touch.
And an
I
iPod
had
Touch
Google
with
Voice.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yes.
It made it very difficult.
Yeah, it'd be hard to find.
To yeah.
I didn't have my
I'm easy.
shit.
I'm so easy to contact.
Yeah.
Don't you get a hold of me easily?
It's very
I'm-
easy now.
People say, "Oh, I'm hard to get a hold of." Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Other people are hard to get a
Yeah,
hold of. I'm
right.
easy.
Yeah.
I'm at home most of the time,
But-
so you can get me.
I was
But
literally
Brent
hard to find. I was
Put
never
me on
home.
to Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, the movie, which is like so good. It's like the first half of it's like the first 45 minutes are all like songs of his, and then like trippy visuals. It's a series of like vignettes with like
It's kind of like
you
a
know,
recap on his career a little
Yes.
bit.
taking you through.
and with,
you've
like,
not seen
all
it.
kinds
I
of
don't know.
mixed media animation.
There's
and
some
then-
animation, some great clay animation.
Yeah, and then it's the story. Yeah, a lot of good like clay animation, stop motion. But then halfway through, there is like the storyline where he's saving these kids that have been kidnapped by like.
It's a little unclear, but this is what it is. It's
who's the villain?
Joe Pesci. Is
Joe
plays
Pesci. Joe
Joe
Pesci.
Pesci is-
Yes.
the villain. If you
Yeah.
want to pull out a good reference for Joe Pesci,
Yeah.
then if you're playing like a movie game or something,
Yeah.
you go, "Oh, Moonwalker. He's in Moonwalker."
Yeah.
But
It's
there's
good.
these orphan kids, and somehow they're friends with Michael Jackson. Actually, one of those kids plays. He plays the young Michael Jackson in the earlier montage sequence.
Yes.
They do a kids version of Bad.
Yes.
So they've got kids doing grabbing the crotch and all that, you
Wow.
know?
Yeah.
And it's Bad, but it's with kids.
Yes.
And then it's got the kid who plays Michael Jackson as the kid is one of the
Yeah.
orphan kids who was also in The People Under the Stairs, if you know that movie.
Whoa.
yeah.
The star of that movie. He's that
Wow.
kid. I think his name is Brandon actually.
Wow.
Isn't
Oh
that-
yeah,
that's
Brandon
Lil-
Quinton Adams.
Lil homie
Oh yeah,
from
it is
Mighty
a great
Ducks.
Brandon Quinton Adams.
Yeah.
Mighty Ducks 1 and 2.
Mighty
Yeah.
Ducks also.
Hey.
He's in the Mighty Ducks, yeah.
I believe that was the night that we did talk about like we were talking about like Michael Jackson saying the N-word, and does it
I think
does it feel weird? Does it feel like Michael Jackson?
It would feel weird if
with-
he sung it.
But like Michael Jackson, like the most recent version of Michael Jackson.
If he hit the A like,
yeah, like looking
that'd be weird.
looking the way that he does, but knowing that he is a black man.
Right.
But he looks like we're talking like late stage, like 2000s Michael Jackson.
Yeah, he looks like a
white,
hairless
long
cat.
hair.
Kind of looks
But
Yeah.
Asian.
saying
little bit.
that word in his voice, how would that feel?
I think it would go a little something
Yeah.
like this.
What would it sound like?
I mean, because it's kind of soft still. He's like,
What would that sound like?
I'm tired of these niggas.
Wait, yeah,
These niggas
okay.
keep us, I'm tired of these.
Put the in there too.
Yeah.
These niggas. I'm trying to, because it's like that's the singing voice is weird. I
Yeah.
can picture him
Wait, do
whispering
it.
it
No,
as
because
himself.
because we're thinking speaking voice.
Yeah, I can
Right,
see
so,
him doing it as himself.
love-
He's
I
on the
love
phone
you,
with, tell Tommy Mottola and them dumbass niggas that I don't.
Yeah. Okay. So here,
I'm not
let's
gonna
just
be-
like role play this because this is something that me and Brent talked about. This is something that me and Brent talked about that we can't really like put on wax. Okay. So I hope you're. Is this?
I'm already in.
You're
I'm
on board
already-
with this.
I'm locked in.
Jamel.
I don't know my
Okay.
lines yet, but I think I know one of them.
Okay,
I
so
know one of my
I'll
lines.
set you up. I'll set you up for
Okay.
it. And so I am. You're on like 2020 or something or Nightline or
right.
what have you.
Post Oprah.
And so I am. Yeah, this is the. Yeah, it's not the.
It's not the Oprah
I
one.
do love the Bashir interview where he's doo-doo feces.
Oh,
feces.
Bashir.
Classic.
Doo-doo and
Man,
feces.
but-
Bashir
Stank.
documentary. Oh, yeah. Oh,
We'll
man, that's-
get it. We can
that's-
get into that. We can.
We
get
always
into
talk
Michael
about Michael
for a long
Jackson
time.
whenever I do your
I know.
podcast. You know,
These
whenever I'm on
niggas
your
took
podcast,
photos
it's
of
about
my
Michael
penis.
Jackson.
Okay, so I will I'll be a journalist. You're Michael Jackson.
Gotcha.
And you're Michael Jackson, and visualize this. If you're watching this or listening to it, just sort of imagine that Jamel is late stage Michael Jackson.
Late stage.
Get
Late
it.
stage Michael Jackson. Like
It's like a
you know.
disease.
Yeah.
He has terminal late stage Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
disease.
yeah. But it ain't quite.
So-
It's pre-Rock Your World,
Yes.
though. Rock
Okay,
My
so you're
World.
Michael Jackson.
Okay.
And
Oh, you mean the Chris Tucker thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you just need to.
I think it's post that. Maybe.
and you're saying the N word.
Okay.
Okay. And so and you're so you're kind of on the I would say you're kind of on the offense or defense.
Okay.
Either
yeah,
way,
yeah.
you're not
Yeah.
you're mad about these people.
You're mad. You're mad
You're
about.
mad
You're mad
about-
about.
certain-
You're mad about you, Helen Hunt,
Yeah.
Paul Reiser.
Right,
you're
right,
mad
right.
about you.
Okay. Michael, what do you you've been in the news a lot lately. What do you have to say about some of the current discourse?
Let me stop you right there. I'm tired of niggas throwing dirt on my name. They had me in prison. They up with doo-doo and feces. How the?
Yeah, keep going.
I don't got more lines. I'm done.
Keep
Say
going.
that you're like sick of. Say you're sick of these people.
Keep going, little one.
Say you're sick of,
I'm a legend. Have you heard Off the Wall?
and then say it.
Niggas could never.
Yeah.
These niggas could never. You could never touch my gloves.
Okay.
I'm trying to get into
Yeah.
angry
It's like
Mike.
this.
It's like
I could
I could never-
people
you
could
never
never touch my
my
gloves,
gloves.
and I could never touch another man.
I could never touch another. You think I would touch another nigga? Me? Michael Jackson, have you heard Lady of My Life? That was a lady that I touched.
That's one of my top 6.
It's very,
songs or
come on,
something.
people sleep on
That's
Lady
one
of
of
My
my
Life.
top 6 songs. Or top 7 songs of his.
It's so good.
Yeah.
When he says girl, I really thought he was, I'm like, this is the straightest man alive. The way he said, girl.
It's definitely a different sort of. It's definitely a different side to him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, yeah, we do end up talking about Michael.
We
every
do,
time we
but
see it.
More
You
than
know,
the
And we're
N-word,
allowed
I
to
hope.
end on the
He's a
podcast.
fascinating figure. He's a fascinating figure.
Well, of course.
I mean,
He's also an LA figure to me. It makes sense. I didn't know you was from LA. It all makes sense to me now.
Oh,
Thought
yeah,
it was Bay. You thought it was Oakland.
Yeah, I mean, because once again, Brent, I'm like, I don't know where Brent from. I
Well,
don't know how old he is.
I started
I don't
in the
know
Bay
where he
Area.
hang out.
I started in the Bay Area, so people think I'm from. In comedy, I started
Oh,
in comedy
word.
in the Bay Area, so I think people think I'm from the Bay Area. But no, I grew up right here, you know. And in fact, not this area, like I said, is close to me, not just because of the Tung Sudo that I took here, or the Michael Jackson Auditorium, but I used to pick up the bus to go to. I went to junior high in Northridge, and I went to high school in Van Nuys, and so I used to pick up the bus here at Sunset and Gardner early in the morning,
And
and
then
there'd be
ride out to the
prostitutes.
valley?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
the
That's a
prostitutes
bus
were
ride, bro.
what?
Outside.
What's that?
What
There's prostitutes
Yeah.
out still
Word.
there and pimps and stuff, and it was interesting. It was an interesting
Yeah.
scene. It was very, culturally vibrant.
Yeah.
It was there was one day. I'm exaggerating a little bit. There was one morning when a pimp was chasing a prostitute down the street and yelling at her classically about where his money was and stuff.
Right.
You know?
What else?
It was just a classic
number
it was
one
a
line.
classic pimp prostitute dialogue. But most of the time, the prostitutes were out there without the pimps, and they were just sort of standing out there still. It was kind of interesting to see kids getting on a school bus with prostitutes
Usually
standing
the pimps
by.
aren't outside.
What's that?
Usually they're not outside.
This was
right?
classic.
Well, the
this was
Pimp's
early
hours
90s.
is just a little different. Pimp's out at like 10 p.m., but he's not
Right.
doing the graveyard.
Our pimps?
Pimp shift is like
By the way,
how are pimps doing
The
now?
pimp,
noon to
are they-
10, I think, is
the
the
pimp that I
schedule.
witnessed was not what you
Yeah.
He wasn't a movie pimp, you know. It wasn't
Yeah.
Superfly or whatever. It
Yeah, I'm
wasn't
saying,
like
in West Hollywood, that's not rolling. I'm thinking it's something. Yeah,
he was wearing a Dodgers jacket, you know, and
Okay.
he was just dressed with wearing jeans and sneakers and a Dodger jacket, you know.
Yeah.
And that's it. You know, he wasn't no fur coats or
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
like that or whatever.
no identifying
you know,
markers.
No,
of
no,
pimpery.
you know, whatever, big high heel shoes and stuff. I mean, it was
Yeah.
just he looked like a normal kind of guy in a way, but he was.
He's on the move. He's trying to be agile.
Well, I think that there's this perception that, you know, pimps are, wear these kind of
Right.
ostentatious kind of outfits
Yes.
and stuff, but is that the right word?
I
Yeah,
think
pimps
sort
come
of
in all shapes and sizes.
like a Don Juan, Bishop Don Juan
Right.
sort of.
That's really just
yeah.
the media, you know?
That's
real
the
real
media.
pimps.
Yeah,
Real pimps are just like you and me.
absolutely. Yeah.
I can see him dressing in this shirt. This is some pimp.
Oh yeah.
Miami pimp.
Kind of.
Pimp wear is regional too, you know?
Right, that's got that Cubano kind
Yeah,
of.
exactly.
That's that
Yeah.
kind of medianoche kind of
Making runs.
pimp
He's
right
coming
there.
back and forth from Starfish Island.
Yeah,
Damn.
I
You
could
know?
see you on South Beach like this,
Right,
you know,
right,
kind of,
right.
with a boombox and playing some Gloria Estefan,
Hello.
you know, and you're
Yeah.
kind of asking people if they want to have some fun tonight.
Yeah.
He's got to deal with the bartender at Joe's Stone Crab.
That's right, yeah.
He's holding him down, you know.
But it was no, you know, it was a cool. It changed. Things have changed though. There's not as many guitar shops, you know.
Well, what was well, no, because I brought up Michael Jackson.
I'm glad you
Did
went back to that.
have I told you that? Have I done the thing where it's like, have I done Michael Jackson talking about sketch comedy?
No.
Have I ever done that?
No, do
No.
that.
All right, this is Michael.
I mean, I haven't.
Who
heard
got
it.
the? And now we're going to find out who's got the better Michael
So
Jackson.
this is Michael Jackson talking about sketch comedy.
Yeah, I don't really like. I'm not really much of a Saturday Night Live guy.
He likes Mad TV.
I've always no. I really like. I really like all that.
Okay.
Yeah, I've always kind of been more of an all that guy.
Mike likes all
I
that.
Hold on.
kind of.
Interesting.
I really like the absurd sensibilities of some of the
Big
all that
Pierre
sketches.
Escargot fan.
Oh
That's
yeah,
so-
Pierre Escargot. That's very
your guy.
funny.
Because
I
I
like
could-
that he's in the bath.
At first, I got
Um,
really excited. I got really excited when I heard about the kids in the hall, but I watched it and there were no kids, and I was really disappointed that there were no kids in the hall. So then I watched Nickelodeon. I saw all that, and I thought that is what I was looking for. This should be called Kids in the Hall. And I thought,
Switch names.
and it is brilliant. It's very absurd.
It's actually we're all Michael
Yeah.
Jackson. It's like the video game where it's like
Yeah,
there's
we're
three
three
players.
different mics.
There's three players.
It's like, but I like a lot of stuff. I like, you know, I wasn't
Brent's
much
mic
of
is
an
the best, by the way.
I wasn't
Yeah.
much of an SNL guy, but I loved the state. You know, Michael Ian Black is so hilarious.
He's a big Michael Ian Black guy.
I love
The
David
biggest.
Wayne. I love all his movies.
Saw Stella 5 times.
Yeah.
Stella is one of my favorite shows. I watch it with my boys. Yeah. Me and Tito and Jermaine, we would all sit around and watch the state. We would all watch Stella, and we would all think, "Hey, we should do something like that."
Imagine Tito, Jermaine, and Michael doing something like the Stella.
Doing Stella.
They're doing Stella.
Oh
No, I
my
do.
God.
Yeah, it's
Joe would be so pissed if he saw them doing Stella. He comes in the house. What the fuck is y'all doing in here?
But,
Y'all
Ca-
doing white sketches?
but Catherine would have loved it.
You know, it's really a shame. It's kind of hard to find the show. You can find it on physical media, on DVD, but it's kind of hard to find the show on streaming. And
Yeah,
you know, I
have-
really love the Stella shorts.
You might have to go to collegehumor.com.
it was.
The original.
You know, I was a really big, you know, it's really a shame you can't find it on. I was a big Human Giant guy. I was a really big. I really liked Human Giant.
Rob
and
Huebel was so hilarious.
Rob Huebel was kind of my favorite on the program, and it's kind of a shame that
Kind of like the
that,
Gregory Abbott of comedy.
yeah,
Rob
you don't really see him in as many things as you would like, because he really was the most funny person on that show. And I mean, he's working for sure. Like he is doing all right. But I think he kind of deserves like bigger roles in Hollywood.
Mike, you can help. You should cast him in something, Mike.
It is interesting that a lot of people kind of know Aziz from Parks and Rec and stand up, but for me, I always thought that his comedic peak was Human Giant. And a lot of people forget. You do remember there was that one time.
I suppose this character would also be a bit long-winded.
Yeah.
The MTV did that 24-hour Human Giant takeover, and there was a lot of crazy alt comedy cameos in that special, and I remember that.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
you get it. Yeah.
It is a hilarious idea
Yeah.
to think of Michael Jackson being so into comedy that he
Yes.
knows obscure stuff. you
Yes.
know?
Man.
I like Tim and Eric, but a lot of people started at Awesome Show and they have never seen Tom Goes to the Mayor.
When I lived
And
in,
Michael Ian Black was on Tom Goes to the Mayor.
I used to go to the Tomorrow Show at the Steve Allen Theater every week. It was the greatest show, hosted by Ron Lynch, and they had
Mike
Brendan
in the back
Small
with a veil
from
on, a
you know,
cowboy hat and a veil.
They had Craig Anton, who was actually on one of my favorite shows of all time, Phil of the Future.
Oh, he was. He was the dad on Phil of the Future.
I used to watch all the Disney shows.
Yeah, there we go.
I used to watch Roundhouse on Nickelodeon. You guys remember Roundhouse?
Hey, I'm fucking with Roundhouse. Now we back. Now
There
I'm
we
back. I'm back in, baby. Welcome
That's
to
actually
the
a really
Roundhouse.
funny idea. The idea of somebody's really into sketch comedy, but they're only into kid sketch comedy shows.
Yeah, that's
you know?
funny as shit.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, I really like Bizarre Vark.
I really like.
John.
Yeah, one for John. Get
I love-
John in the mix, man, please.
I love sketch comedy like Sesame Street and 3-2-1 Contact. I love that stuff. I love sketch. I love you. You guys ever watch Square One? It's a great sketch comedy show.
His top 5's crazy.
Come on and Zoom. Come on.
Yeah, I was about to go to Zoom. I was going right to Zoom, kid. You beat me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's. Yeah.
I mean, not just Michael Jackson. If anybody was, that's just a funny idea of a character. Just someone who's into
The
kid
guy,
sketch
yeah.
comedy. Like,
Yes.
Oh, dude, I love sketch comedy.
You ever
man.
seen Caillou? That shit hilarious.
Well, like the Amanda Show.
Okay.
Oh, the Amanda
Yeah,
Show.
like
That's
the
right.
Amanda Show. Yeah.
Did they ever have kid sketch comedy on major networks?
Nah.
No,
I mean, I think the closest
Nickelodeon-
thing was Kids
yeah.
Say the Darndest Things.
That's
That's
yeah.
not-
But that
That's
ain't
not-
even close. That's something
not
else.
That's more like podcasting for
Yeah,
kids.
yeah. No bullshit.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. No. Like on.
Was Cosby the only host of that? No.
I think
They brought it back with Tiffany Haddish.
There
at
we
some
go.
point.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, by the way, but people really should watch Moonwalker if they haven't watched.
It's a
Moonwalker.
good movie.
It's
I mean,
so
the
fucking
first
good.
half is really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole movie's cool, but I just
It's a cool movie.
it gets into this part about Michael Jackson being really famous, and then there is a short kind of narrative about him escaping the paparazzi and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of clay animation involved, but with live action, and it's really neat.
You know what
Joe
really
Pesci
fucking.
Joe Pesci being the villain, like
Yeah.
that booking sounds insane. Hey Joe, I got this big role for you.
Well, it's interesting because like
You're gonna kidnap these kids.
well, Joe
and then
Pesci.
Michael Jackson saves.
This is the more famous Joe Pesci child harm movie, Home Alone 1 and 2.
And 2.
Yeah, real.
Macaulay Culkin, one of MJ's best friends.
By the way, speaking of which, we were talking. Speaking of People Under the Stairs,
Yeah.
have you guys seen that movie?
I have seen People Under the
Yeah.
Stairs.
It's
That's a hood
kind of like
classic.
a twisted version of Home Alone in a way. It's
yeah.
really weird.
It's fucked up.
It's just weird how it almost seems inspired by Home Alone,
Yeah.
but it was
If Home Alone happened to a black child, it would be frightening. I will say that.
It's interesting. It's just it's kind of like John Carpenter was thinking, yeah, let me do this my way.
It's John Carpenter. So it's like it's a horror.
It's kind of a horror.
It's close. It's somewhere in between.
It's kind of horror,
suspense,
thriller, something like that,
really.
or I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
but anyway, it is interesting for I mean, I wonder what Joe Pesci thought. You know, he probably thought. He thought. I mean, wait, what year did Moonwalker come out?
Yeah, John, can you look into this?
I mean,
did Moonwalker or Home Alone come out first?
Or I'm wondering about Goodfellas because I'm thinking he plays these gangsters and stuff, right? And they're thinking, look, we got a great
88.
Okay, so that's pre.
And then Home Alone is Home Alone 89.
That's how we got
it's 1990.
And Goodfellas is 1990. What a run!
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, Joe Pesci.
Home
was
Alone
the guy.
is.
Home Alone was 19.
When's Home Alone 1?
It was 90.
90.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was like.
So he's.
Hey Joe, I got a great idea.
Oh,
I got a great idea for your next for the lead of your next movie.
Well, you know what it is? I think that
But that
because he did Moonwalker,
Yeah.
that paved the way for him to get Goodfellas and
That's
Home
what I'm
Alone.
saying.
you
That's
know?
what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of
Scorsese watched Moonwalker.
Moonwalker was
Scorsese was a huge Michael Jackson
It's
fan.
true.
He still is.
He did. Didn't he direct a video of his?
I mean, I was joking, but you know, I think
No,
you're
but
right.
dead
I
ass.
think you're
Like,
right.
which-
Actually,
which one?
Did he do Remember the Time?
For bad.
Oh,
that was
right.
Scorsese.
Yeah.
And Snipes
He had,
is,
like,
Snipes is
some
in that, right?
fucking
Yeah.
Isn't
crazy
Snipes in
ones.
it?
Snipes was in
Yeah.
it because
You know-
Prince said no.
Prince said no.
Yeah.
Prince said
He said your butt is
he
mine.
said-
You ain't taking my butt.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
The first line is, "Your butt is mine." I thought that's not me.
No, that is crazy. that's crazy. That is. You can't. Prince
What you want
was.
with my
I
butt,
understand.
Bro? Yeah.
I understand Prince's perspective.
Leave my butt out
in
of
this
this.
regard.
But
Yeah,
in fact, you know,
that's-
that probably because Snipes
Yeah.
that paved the way for Snipes. You know,
Yeah.
to get
Yeah.
Major League. He gets Major League right
Yeah.
off this.
you know, he probably
Yeah.
got
Like if
he probably got Rising Sun because of that
Yeah.
movie. You know?
If you got
Remember Rising
tapped
Sun?
by,
Yeah, I do.
if you got tapped by I don't know, Ron Funches or something.
Oh, to be
He's
like,
like,
yo,
yeah, you gotta
hey.
do. I gotta do a
Ron, I
video
got
where I
this
say
part
your
for
butt
you.
is
I'm
mine.
like, Ron.
You're like, I don't.
I'd be
bro.
totally down, man. Are you kidding
Yo,
me?
if the next Simply Hard Lemonade ad, hell yeah, you could take my butt, Ron.
Yeah, if it's like,
Let's go.
for the next Simply Lemonade ad.
Yeah, fuck with
I need to say that your butt is mine.
Oh, by the way, I just realized. You know that Bad is longer than you think.
Oh
mean like
yeah.
the song?
Wait, it was. This
It's
is,
more.
Yeah, confirmed.
It's a whole.
Scorsese
There's a whole
Bad.
short film. It's a short
Yeah.
film where it shows him at home, and then there's
Yeah.
Snipes and the gang. They're
Yeah.
hanging out. And basically, what it is Michael Jackson. He went to some kind of boarding school or something
Yeah.
like that,
Okay.
and then he comes back home to where he's from, which is kind of lower class and stuff. And then
Yeah.
they, but it's
Just
a
like
full.
School Ties.
Yeah, that's it. It's a almost 20-minute short
Wow.
film.
Damn.
And
I mean,
so
yeah.
and it leads up to the music video part of it, but there's this whole. It is actually pretty Scorsese-esque because I want to say it's black and white, a lot of it.
Well, it's Scorsese-esque because it
Yeah.
is directed by Martin Scorsese.
It's the most esque.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying it plays into his black and white
Yeah.
style, you know.
Man, that
I mean,
fits.
this is kind of like the Raging Bull of the music world, you know.
I mean, he has like some. I mean, black
This
or
is
white.
Michael's Raging Bull.
John,
Word.
who directed
Like
Black
so.
or White?
That was I know who it is. Don't even look it up. It was don't tell me. It's the guy who his son does movies now too.
John Landis.
Landis.
John Landis.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Matt,
That's a Landis?
Well, yeah, because that's. I mean, John Landis did a lot.
I think
of
it was John
MJ.
Landis.
Yeah,
He appears in the music video at the end.
Yeah.
You know when they're morphing and stuff at the end?
dude.
At the
okay,
end, the guy
'cause, I
goes.
mean, the
There's a
morphing is-
director.
yeah.
It says cut, and there's
Yeah.
a director, and he goes, "How do you do that?" He
Yeah.
says that to the woman
Because there's a
morphing.
lot of great stuff in the black or
Oh,
white video.
dude,
Because
okay, can I just say that-
everybody
The living
always
color
talks
sketch.
about the
the living color
race
sketch?
the
Yeah,
race
I-
morphing.
yeah.
There's all the
Oh my
race
God.
morphing, but people forget like at the beginning, Macaulay Culkin is rocking out, and the dad's like turn that
the shortened
stuff
version.
down. No,
Yeah.
you gotta
George
play
Wendt,
the long version.
They got George Wendt,
Yeah.
Wendt in it, and
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin.
And he pulls out the guitar, puts it into the amp, and then he cranks it up so loud that it says, "Are you kidding me?"
Back to the Future
And
1 style.
he plays the guitar so hard that George Wendt is launched. R.I.P. By the way,
Yeah.
George Wendt is launched into Africa. He's launched into Africa,
Oh,
and
yeah.
there's like an African
Yep.
village.
Yep.
There's like all
He
these
ends
local
up in
African
Botswana
villagers that are
off
like,
this?
like coming at him with spears, and yeah, I think Michael Jackson turns into a oh yeah, look at that, loud.
He turns into
And then,
various.
yeah,
different
go to
race
the
women.
crank, John. Like when he's turning up the volume crazy, louder. Are you nuts?
Come on, man.
Shades
Two
on,
exclamations.
glove on, and then
Wipes
he
his
fucking
mouth.
yeah, yeah, and then he
Bro.
windows.
This video
Bro,
had kids acting up for a
whoa,
Look at him. son.
goddamn.
By the way, Bart Simpson is in
yes,
the extended
it
version of
closes
this too,
with
but-
no. I know at the very end.
Well, no, but it was in the beginning too. But they cut that out of this.
Oh
I think.
shit, because like Michael, because
When it first aired,
yeah.
it had an intro
Yeah,
by
look at
Bart
that.
Simpson.
There's a
They
scene
sent-
where Bart
they
gives the
sent
kid a
him to
cigarette.
This was a
Africa.
huge video, huge budget.
They
You know,
sent
they
my
got
man to
lines.
Africa.
This is like 10 million.
Oh my! Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa!
Really out there, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you guys got to
And-
check this out. I just got to plug this. My sister and I do a live stream every Monday at 6
Yeah.
p.m. Pacific time on my YouTube channel, which is just Brent Weinbach, which you can also find my special on.
Come on now.
But
Popular culture out now.
we broke down this video just
Really?
pretty much frame by frame over
Yeah.
the course of 2 episodes. And
Oh yeah, go to
man,
the
It
very
is a
go to the very
two-parter.
end, John. When like Bart when Bart's watching the TV after the Panther thing is
He
crazy.
becomes a panther.
Yeah.
this thing we
Whoa.
First of all, okay, that's the end of it.
Incredible.
But
But then
if you guys watch this thing, it is so sexual.
right here. Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
sure.
I
I mean,
mean,
he's
like,
on his
yeah.
couch the whole time.
Yeah.
Yes,
Bart-
and he also basically he has an orgasm on this thing. You know, if you watch it, it's basically an orgasm.
Damn,
Yeah.
It's
he's on
so-
the Sibian?
It's
Yeah.
Damn.
He gets so into it. He's touching his crotch and he's making all these noises. And then at a certain point, he orgasms and there's sparks are flying and everything.
Yeah.
I suppose if this version of Mike said the N-word to me, I wouldn't. It's not that it would surprise me, but I would not ever forget it.
It would feel yeah.
Look at that. Look at that
Whoa.
right there. Look at that.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of martial arts, it is like a perverted martial arts that he performs here.
Oh, yeah.
He's all doing kind of karate moves in a way, but it's crotch
And
based.
them loafers,
Yeah.
man, it's like 2 minutes of just
Whoa.
rubbing his.
Look at that.
No,
look,
it's-
look, he's,
no,
Dog,
it's-
that when you do that,
Yeah.
bro,
he's fingering himself.
that's
Yeah.
great, dog. Come
It's
on, man.
nuts.
He's fingering.
Oh, and he just like whoa, yes.
It says KKK
See?
rules.
Yeah, go back. Actually, I completely forgot about that.
It said it rules. If you write KKK, you
Yes.
know you think they rule. You don't need to
Yes.
add. You don't need
No,
to qualify it.
KKK rules.
KKK rules.
And what graffiti artist is that skilled to write? You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
mean, who's also into KKK and is that skilled to
Right.
do that?
That
You
is
know?
funny that they
Yeah.
had somebody had to do that on the set.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
job, your job that morning was
It's
to
the
write
spray paint
KKK
KKK
rules.
rules.
It's also just a funny
Yeah.
thing to
In the
say.
most
KKK
expensive video of all
rules.
time.
KKK
Yeah.
rules.
Imagine Nazis rule.
Yeah.
Like imagine saying
Yeah.
somebody who says rules. I don't know. It's just a funny.
I mean,
combo
there
of
was
words, you know?
a very recent song.
Look at this. Look at him
there's
touching
a-
himself here.
He touches himself so
Yeah.
much.
He really does, and then sparks fly.
No, it's nuts. I love this video so much. You have a full breakdown of this?
Yeah, you guys got to check it out.
You've seen the
on
Tommy Davidson
the
sketch,
chicken.
Brandon.
It's called
Oh
the
yeah,
chicken.
pull that up.
Oh, that's so hilarious. That's
I
one
mean,
of the
that's the-
funniest.
It's the first time I ever laughed at anything.
Oh my
I feel
god!
like.
And then
Like,
also the
legit.
morphing that happens in that when they're parodying the morphing.
Yeah.
They're having just the different phases of Michael Jackson morphing. You know.
Oh, that's funny.
And it's different
No, it's
actors
so
too.
good.
Pull that
They got
up, John.
David Allen Greer plays the original stage.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
then it becomes Tommy
It's
Davis.
in
and
living
in
color,
color, yeah.
Oh,
Michael
that's-
Jackson.
I mean, in living color. I mean, whatever. We can
Yeah,
get
that's
definitely
a
go
whole-
on.
I
was
we
watching-
can go on a whole
yeah,
rabbit
that's a
hole.
whole
I was
different-
watching
yeah.
like Jim Carrey as Jerry Seinfeld in The Hood. Do you remember that?
No.
Well, you've never seen that?
If it-
Oh, it's Jim Carrey as like playing Jerry Seinfeld, and they're like
in the block, they drop him in
they're
Harlem.
like on the block, and
He's on 125.
yeah,
in St.
it's
Nick.
really good. It's wait, let me see here.
I mean, this is
This was so
Was
hilarious.
this from the Super Bowl special, or this might just been from an episode? Who knows? But this was.
Oh, yeah.
No, this is an episode. I think I remember when this came out. I thought this was so hilarious. Tommy Davidson was, I think, pretty much my favorite cast.
Time I was 10, I wrote a love song
I
to
mean,
a rat named Ben, and then a guy
Going
knows
viral occasionally. He's been doing these videos where he just like it's like
Oh, I
him,
see.
assistant manager videos. You seen this?
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
It's just like these simple captions like when the manager clocks in
Oh,
for work
look me in
and
the
it's just
face.
him and his boy
Yeah.
walking in with like tucked in polos, but it's like Tommy. It was something only Tommy Davidson could make funny.
Well, he was
Oh, yeah, let
no
me
lines.
see. Let me
he was
see
so
the
great
morphing
as the
part.
straight man for the Wanda sketches. Is it Wanda? Jamie Foxx's character? Is that what she was called?
Yeah. I think her name was Wanda.
Yeah, those were so. He was so good, funny in those too.
Wait, you fast forwarded past it, John.
What
yeah.
you talk about the morph?
No, the morph.
The
Yeah,
morphing
go
is
back to the
hilarious
morph.
here.
Yeah. Yeah, go back to the right, him morphing into different.
Right. You know
Yeah.
what's John.
Yeah.
I mean, their morphing technology wasn't
Yeah.
quite at the level of
Yeah,
the original video,
listen,
but
it's standard transitions.
Yes. No, you never saw Jim Carrey, Jerry Seinfeld in the. Wait, do we have a third set of? Do you have the headphones?
I got him. Yeah.
I've
wait,
seen every episode, but this one
can we
did fall
pull
through the
that
cracks
up?
on me.
Because that one is really good.
I mean, there's so many sketches
Yeah.
that you could spend, forever doing that.
Yeah, with damn.
You ever make the wrong turn and next thing you know, you're in the hood? And why do they call it hood? What is it, like the entire city's a giant sweatshirt and that's the part you pull over your head? What is the deal?
Damn. This is good.
It's crazy they never went to Harlem.
Look!
It's true.
He was living in Manhattan for a decade. He never went to Harlem.
No, that is
What am I
funny.
looking at? What's the deal with the burnt-out car? The guy's never heard of a trade-in? When they say warm up the engine, this is not what they intended. What is the deal?
Jerry, what are we doing here? Look around. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's where are we? I said let's take a cab, but no, you don't want to take a cab. No, Mr. No Cab, Mr. King of the No Cabs. King No Cab. What are we doing here? It's
Jerry? George? Thank God I caught up with you guys. I've been running for 30 blocks just to find a door to enter through.
Oh wow.
What are you doing?
See, they ran out of tall white guys.
I came to get
They
my hair.
needed Jim to play him in.
It took me 20 years to realize I have the hair of a black man. I must be an octoroon.
I don't even.
Oh wow. This is actually kind of interesting.
Oh, no. You honkies are on your own. Oh,
Man, that's aged pretty well. That's pretty good.
I don't really recognize.
What's with the elaborate way
This is
black
one of the
guys
later
use
ones. I could already tell
They
by
smack, slap,
George.
wiggle.
It's
Yeah.
like
What
season
is
4,
the
season
Oh.
5.
Yeah.
They've changed the theme song a couple times.
I haven't
This is
seen
late
one.
stage. This is late stage in living.
Let me ask you something, Luck. What you doing up in the project?
I mean,
Jamie Foxx.
obviously Jamie Foxx.
Project? What teacher assigned this project? Looking at the state of it, I hope they're grading on a curve.
Oh no.
no, don't pay any attention to him. He's delirious. He doesn't know what he's saying. So if he does say something, it's delirium. So don't pay any attention. That's why they call him Mr. Delirious.
It looks like your man is dissing you, brother. What up?
he ain't called this.
Oh yeah.
Another
Tommy
What
Denton. Yeah.
is this?
Yeah. Good stuff.
Is it the
That's
opposite
good.
of...
Wait, can we
I mean,
pause
you
really
could-
quick? My contact is acting
Oh yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I mean, you could go on and on with Living Color sketches. I mean, my favorite is Oswald Bates. You know about him?
Oh shit, which one's Oswald Bates?
It's Damon Wayans. Is a character that he did. He's a guy who's in prison and he speaks. He kind of tries to use a lot of fancy
extra
words.
intellectual, but he doesn't really know
But the words are just ridiculous words. You know,
I still do that bit.
That's probably a huge influence on me. I think. You know, it's so funny.
The way he uses his hands in there, he's like, you see them?
Yeah. Well, there was a recurring sketch. You know,
Right.
But it's hilarious. It's so funny.
And then does it end with him making it? The first one ends with him like you zoom out and he's like making a bunch of bacon.
Oh no,
not
that I recall. No.
But listen.
That the first one I think might be the one that is the one with David Langria above that. But there's ones where he's just going off on a monologue. I think the one on the bottom there, or the second one, and it's so funny.
I never knew the character's name.
Oswald Bates, yeah.
Oswald Bates. And
And
I just
then-
remember he used to get with the hands.
Yeah. But it's just so funny. That's one of my favorite sketches. But also, I think this might have been a later stage, the Living Color sketches, when they did the Def Jam sketch. Did you see that? They kind of did a parody of Comedy Def Jam. It's so funny. That's one of my favorite sketches of all time.
I gotta go back, man. I remember there's a point where FX had all the reruns, and it was just
really?
They would play like 4 a day.
Yeah. Oh, that Def Jam sketches. That's one of my top sketches of all time.
Word.
My top sketches are, the Pepper Boy sketch from Saturday Night Live, and this Def Jam sketch probably.
Okay.
Oh wow.
1 and 2, 1A, 1B.
Wait, should we watch it now?
Well, we don't. Let's not.
Yeah,
maybe
that's
let's not.
for
Yeah.
later.
But let's watch that later.
This is for us later.
Yeah,
this is for us later.
We do a lot of companion pieces, but I would like to add. Speaking of sketches, Gangster Party Hotline, Brent.
Oh shoot.
Oh
Brother,
yeah. Right.
Do you know that you accidentally like started a whole lane of like hood comedy, like jokes for people who like don't even like jokes? Like I feel like that video.
Really? Oh.
The videos that I see now are direct like sons of this.
Oh,
Facts.
what are you?
It's
really?
these videos of like it's in the same style. It's like an infomercial for like a compilation CD, and it's like gangbangers doing like doo-wop hits.
Oh, is that right?
And I feel like they saw your
Gangster
shit
Party
and took
Line
it to
is a classic, and it always goes like re-viral.
It just every few years is a new generation.
It's
That's
like
what I'm saying.
There's a new generation that discovers it, and they don't even know who made it.
There's no like it gets divorced from like Brent being the creator.
I'm not
of
even
it.
part of it anymore.
Yeah.
It just became its own thing.
It's on your
People
YouTube.
just
You're not
feel
like
it.
acting like
Kind of like the music of Michael Jackson. You know,
Hey,
it became so big.
Yeah.
It's like it
Divorced
transcended
from
the
self.
guy. You know,
I mean, it's like a shame that you can't get like repost residuals. You know,
Word.
That's why.
Yeah.
I mean, people probably don't like to hear this, but that's kind of why NFTs are actually. That's a good thing about
Right.
NFTs is it keeps you connected to your piece.
I guess you could
even if it gets really viral.
Did you
or
think about doing an NFT for that?
I thought about it.
I missed out on the window.
Nah, I feel you.
Because there are things that like
You should be able to register a video like that.
Yeah.
Like,
But,
this is my.
I mean, I wish that I could. I mean, this thing probably has hundreds of millions of views from other people's channels and stuff.
Bruh, dog.
And it's not. It's so. No, I'm not connected to it. You know?
It's not. It's not. I mean, that's just the nature of the internet.
It hits my timeline once a year, and you got a lot of.
Could you go to the
There's always a new
that
generation.
one? I really like the. I think it's like 120. It's
Yeah,
right before that. It's right before that.
Oh, you know the time codes. Right?
Yeah, like it's
listen,
because I was just watching it again today.
This is the only way I'm connected to.
This
is
is right
with that
there.
one
Yo, my classic niggas,
Yeah,
bruh.
Jewish.
Classic niggas.
That guy appeared
Yeah.
in the
Racist
Moneyline
niggas.
sketch too.
Mystery niggas. Psycho
There I am.
niggas.
Yeah,
Now did you?
Dog niggas.
yeah. That dog.
Jewish
Dogs.
niggas.
Come
You
on,
got some
son.
motherfucking nerds calling me out Shabbat on some little bullshit
Yeah,
ass
this
nigga.
guy, yeah,
You better calm that shit down and come around here and show
The
some fucking
casting.
respect
How long did
before
it
me and
take
my
you to
Jewish niggas
cast
come up
it?
here and be
Yeah.
What the hell?
No, I still have the tapes actually, because we had people come and
wow.
audition live. You know.
Oh, you had
No,
people
we just
audition.
we
for
just
this?
it was just a day. You know.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah. It was at a time when we weren't doing Zoom and stuff and
Right.
all that. So, yeah, my friend had this access to this office at his work, and people came in and they sat. We have some funny auditions actually. There was one guy who said, he goes, "Hi, my name is David, and I'm auditioning for Gangster Number 2 or something like that or
Yeah.
whatever." And he goes like, "You want to talk some shit?" And it was just, and I said, "Oh, could you be maybe more, I don't know, threatening or something?" And he
Yeah,
goes like,
like
"You want to talk some shit?" I don't know the way he was doing it. It was funny because he wasn't able to
Yeah.
really get into the character quite the way. He wasn't the right type, But it was, we had some, but he was.
Yeah, because
When-
that is
this guy right here was
I
really
really
good-
like Dog B2B Jewish.
Yeah.
He was really good at when he didn't have to adhere to the lines as much.
Yeah.
He was really good at kind of making it his own or improvising. I told him just hit Shabbat. Just say you've got some nerve calling me on Shabbat. Just say that.
That's it.
And I think I told him say at one point say Shabbat Shalom or something like that.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. There was a couple things I said. Just hit those, and then he kind of did the rest. And I thought he did a really good job.
I love
I mean,
it.
come on.
Well,
man.
yeah,
Steals
because
the show.
I mean, it went beyond me.
Well, yeah, it's
Not-
weird when something has like a second,
it
third,
it
It's
transcended
etc.
supposed
life.
to. It's a whole
Yeah.
genre of hood comedy.
Oh,
But then
yeah,
you
yeah.
don't. But then you don't see any of like the. It sucks when that kind of thing happens.
I mean,
and,
it is. No, look. Here's the thing. It kind of sucks a little
Yeah.
bit to not sort of get the benefit from it going so viral, or not to not get
not
get the credit,
not even know that you
or not
did
get the
it.
credit or whatever. You know, because imagine if I was known as the person who made it.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably have a more successful career or something, right? But on the other hand, in a sort of
might be a high cost too, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah. But at the same time, it's cool to have made something that reached that many people and you know gave and entertained that many people. You know what I mean? That's cool. You know,
Mind Jack goes
same
viral.
Same thing with Mind
sometimes.
Jack also. Mind
Mind
Jack
Jack also
same
a classic. Revisit if you guys haven't watched Mind Jack. You know,
Mind Jack's same boat though. It's like that went beyond me. At least I'm in that more.
He played that one at the Satellite, right?
Maybe.
I'm remembering seeing Mind Jack on stage.
Seeing like the first time I saw like the cum in mouth.
Yeah, that's the one.
It was like maybe one of the hardest I laughed very hard.
No, thanks.
Yes.
Thanks. That was originally I tried to get Chris. I wanted to try to get Chris Angel to be in that.
Oh yeah.
To be the magician.
Shit. Yeah.
I don't know if
that would have
he was successfully contacted or not.
Yeah.
But and then we tried auditioning people, and once again, oh shoot, we didn't talk about this. I was gonna say we tried auditioning people that were kind of Angel-esque.
Yeah.
That were, or not even exactly him, but kind of bigger guys that were kind of more dominant kind of guys. And nobody was really nailing it. And I thought,
best,
you know what? Maybe I got to reimagine this character and for me to play it. And so I ended up playing it. But
you want a job done well, you got to do it yourself.
Facts, man.
This is
it's really shit.
You know, wait, did you ever get?
But I was gonna say is eventually, eventually, I know somebody who knows him.
Yeah.
And she showed him the video.
Yeah.
And he said it was effing hilarious.
That's
huge.
That's
Angel himself.
Come on.
And I said this is fully based on Angel, kind of.
Yeah.
It's Angel and Blaine, but
I mean, you know,
Mind Jack, obviously Mind Freak. It's Mind Freak.
You know, Wally Barham.
Well, that's who it was.
Oh, that's who it was.
Yeah.
Oh, that is who it was.
Wait, you knew that she knows him?
Well, her dad is like Chris Angel's manager.
He helps build props for him and stuff. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Right now, we're the only two dudes in comedy right now who don't have like powerful, rich family members backing them. God damn.
It's
It's
a crazy way to. That's crazy lore.
Such a what?
Yeah. Oh, she was the connection.
She was the connection. I just wasn't. I didn't know if that was.
Damn.
I didn't know if it was cool to mention or not. But yeah. So
yeah. I think that's
shout out to Wally. Come on.
Yeah.
Watch Overexposed, whatever they shit is. You know what I'm saying? They got some new shit. Watch that.
I think they have. They've been doing
all right.
They've been doing it. They have enough promo.
They doing.
Yeah. They're doing all right. Yeah. That's.
So,
I'm glad he saw it.
So that's cool.
Okay, that makes sense that was the connection.
Yeah. So that was cool that he actually saw it. You know.
Yeah.
Now that he's seen it, I wonder if he would have done it. You know, I mean, what if he would do it again? Do the new one?
Yeah,
or
maybe.
The sequel, dog.
Yeah,
the freak is back.
Yeah,
the Jack is back.
I think we gotta get out of here. We didn't even get into this. You're actually second Filipino on Maine in a row.
Oh shit.
We actually went back to back. Filipinos
right.
Who's
Idress, the musician Idress.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's Filipinos on Maine till the winter.
You know what? It's Asian Heritage Month.
It's
Asian Pacific Island. It's Asian Pacific Island.
Yeah, we actually did kind of. I didn't even mean to do that, but we kind of ate.
But actually,
because we live this shit, man. There ain't no effort. We just really do this.
You know, and also it's Jewish Heritage Month too. I think so. Boom, both for me at least.
Okay,
you know?
period.
You're not half Jewish, right?
No.
Me neither. But shout out to all my Jewish niggas. Come on.
Yeah. That my Jewish
love. All my Jewish niggas.
All of my Jewish Big Sean clip where he's like, my Jewish love. I got my Jewish love.
That?
I'll send it. We'll clip that in.
But look,
I'll send it.
Jewish love.
That Jew, you know what I'm saying? My Jewish, I gotta get my Jewish love. One time.
Michael Jackson definitely said the phrase "Jewish niggas" for sure. At some point in his tenure.
Look, celebrate.
Yes.
You know the month of May with my special.
Absolutely.
Popular culture,
which probably when this comes out, it might be June. Is it June?
No, it's going to come out on Monday.
Yeah,
oh, cool.
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day. Oh, you know what? As a tribute
to
Michael Jackson, who's no longer with us, and George Wendt.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Couple of honoraries.
Yeah. I mean, this is yeah. I mean, I guess well, yeah. You have one. You do one joke about it.
About what?
Like what's the?
Being half Filipino.
Like my name is Brent Weinbach.
I've been doing that joke more lately because I have new jokes to add on to it.
Right.
So I have a new bit about my mom's accent.
Yeah.
And then I have a new. So I've been doing that. I've been doing that joke now, but I do have. No, I've got actually a few jokes about being half Filipino.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, you probably don't know this one, right?
No.
Yeah, it's an older one. I'll do it right now if you want.
What is
because
it?
You know, a lot of people say you don't look Asian or whatever.
Right.
They don't believe me that
No,
I'm
we're
half
sort
Filipino.
of in the same boat.
I think you look more Asian than I do, probably.
Yeah,
Or
maybe.
probably people would think that, maybe.
You got an anime.
Because you got the anime look. You got the anime
maybe
look.
that anime head.
You got the anime face, yeah.
Maybe
I knew another half Asian guy who looked anime also in college, actually. Yeah, that can happen. You can look. You might look anime if you're half.
Yeah.
I guess that's what they were going for when they were doing anime. They were thinking, let's make them look half. Actually.
Well, I used to say that I looked like I years ago I would say that I look like an Asian
Japanese
person's drawing of a white person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally. Yeah. So this is the joke I used to do. This is an early joke of mine, but I say whenever I tell people I'm also a professional piano player, no one ever believes me. Now do you believe me? As if this makes me look more like a piano player. And then I say, whenever I tell people that I'm half Filipino, and I am, no one ever believes me. Now do you believe me? Like that.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like, do my eyes need to be more, squinting or something to
Right.
look Asian? And then I say, whenever I tell people that I'm also half Jewish, no one ever believes me. Now do you believe me? How about like this?
Yeah.
So I'm squinting. And for the listeners, I'm squinting and doing the
Playing
piano
piano
hands,
hard as hell.
So that was one joke. And then I had a joke about my grandma saying some stuff. I kind of forgot how it went. Oh, and I have something about my uncle, too. One of my Filipino uncles.
Hell yeah.
Oh, shit. You look like a Charles Bunton. You ever see that bit? You look like a Charles Bunton.
What month is Uncle Appreciation? That's coming up, too, yeah?
Yeah.
Uncle Appreciation?
Uncle Appreciation Month got to be coming up. That's a summertime.
Do you have any nephews or nieces?
You know what I do?
Oh, yeah?
I got a niece. We can finally go public with my niece.
Oh,
Dog, my little brother
Congratulations.
had a kid. Dog, hey, listen, man, we alive. We well.
Absolutely.
Salute to the new Johnsons.
Well,
I have an uncle I've been an uncle for about 4 years now.
Okay.
All right.
So I've been learning a lot of things,
What have you learned?
that children say disturbing things.
Yeah.
They say disturbing. Watch out.
Pretty mean.
This is a little bit of a heads up for you. You're new, right?
Right.
New uncle, right?
Brand new.
You don't have any right? Mm-mm. Watch out. They say weird stuff.
What?
Yeah, they say stuff like, but they don't mean it though. So you have to keep that in mind.
All right.
But they say stuff like, I don't like you.
Oh yeah.
They say I hate you.
Come on, dog.
They say, bow down to the Lord Baphomet, for I am Lucifer.
What?
They say, when I tell you to sit down on it, you are to sit all the way down on it. They don't mean it. They don't mean it though. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. When your niece says,
support the head. Make sure you support the head while they're talking that shit to you.
Yeah. So when she starts telling you to sit down on it, just keep in mind she doesn't mean it. She just picked it up from she just was on the internet or something like that.
Picked it up in the womb.
She picked it up in the womb.
Yeah. Brent Weinbach, Popular
Culture. Please check it out.
Link in descript.
Out now.
On Brent Weinbach, YouTube.com, YouTube.
Out now.
Check it out. Yeah, thank you, Brent.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. A pleasure.
Man.
A sincere pleasure.
Thank you.